must come again. The champion must end. It can only be one of us. Victorious! So stand up and fight, my friend. There's a title you must defend. Shut it on and on. Bring it to me. Defend your
Oh, hello, everybody. I'll tell you this much for free. If there's a better opening theme song in the podcast world, I haven't heard it. This is the DYM podcast, everybody. My name is Andrew, the Cool Breeze Fiore. With me, as always, is Sean Dutch Donnelly, everybody. Shawnee.
All right. How is it going, DYM Nation? I am so excited to be here. I agree. I don't think you get a better theme song, even though we had somebody tweeted us, change your theme song. Listen,
what communist said that?
It's always going to be defend your movie. We just try to appeal to the masses with the DYM switcheroo. There's always going to be movie defending going on in this podcast. It is at its core, it's a movie podcast. Yeah. So please don't get in our face with change the fucking the theme song. Come on, that's one of the best parts of this podcast.
DYM just meant we're defending other stuff now, you know? Now we're defend your music.
We're going to defend your mom. We're going to defend your mom, defend your music.
And how mom got thrown in there. Somebody talking shit to Mrs. D, I'll kill him. If somebody's talking shit to Mrs. Dutch, I'll get right in their face.
I'll street fight him. I'll absolutely street fight him.
It'll be like a Anchorman style street fight. I got piano legs and nets.
It's just all groups of podcast hosts just meeting up to fucking battle. Just like we should set up. Oh, that'd be funny if we did that one day. A fantasy league of all the different podcast hosts, but like warrior style. Like what would their gang be and who would win the actual battle? It's just me and you traveling from the Bronx to Coney Island.
Yeah, we have to stop every block because we're out of breath. We're not the most in shape.
No, not at all. We're like
actually, Shawnee. Every time, guys, if you're not watching this on Laugh Button, Shawnee's disappearing. By the way,
very nice of you to say. Pace. Very nice of you to say, but not true. Still, I'm trying to do a bit on stage where I go, hey, I lost 60 pounds, right? And but I go. A lot of you are thinking, no, you didn't. Like, if you're still fat,
that's hilarious.
It's funny, right? Like, it's very hard to tell people. That's why I don't bring it up, because it's like, not that I don't know who's bringing it up unasked, but I mean, like, but like, if you're still fat and you tell people I lost weight, they're like, are you sure? Did you check? Did you check everywhere? Did you check all of your body for all of the weight? But yeah, I was in, as you know, Andy, I was in. I think I was in jeopardy of dying, so I had to do something about it.
I don't think it was that dire straits.
And I think there was a diabetes factor going on. I think I told that story on the podcast. I told you that story on the podcast where I went to my doctor, and he realized he hadn't taken blood work from me in 3 years. He goes, how have I not taken blood from you in 3 years? And he goes, is it possible I gave you the paperwork and you just never went to the lab? And I'm like, it's possible. It's totally possible that I didn't go do a fucking medical errand. Yeah, I don't, because I'm, ignoring my own health. And he goes, okay, so it was so dire that he did blood work right there in the office. Like, this is like a while ago. And so then about 2 days later, I get a phone call from him, and he goes, this is a doctor, mind you. And he goes, I don't know how this is possible.
When you got this phone call.
I think you're right, because he goes, I don't know how this is possible, but you're fine. He goes,
that's never a good idea when the doctor is shocked.
That's what I'm saying.
By the results.
Yeah, when you have a doctor go, I've never seen this in all my years of doctoring, that you're okay.
Beyond all medical comprehension, somehow you're negative for diabetes.
So that was the beginning of me trying to, because I'm not. See, the good thing about Andy is you have the advantage of being a tall man.
I guess
you're a tall man. I think.
Fucking dumpster.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where. But I feel like if you put your mind to it, you lose weight pretty fast.
True, I can. Yeah. I just don't care to.
Yeah, right, exactly. I don't have that advantage.
It's my favorite thing to do in the world. I also have an addictive personality. Eating to me is like a vice, like anything else. It's like,
sure.
I have 40 beers in, and I have 12 sandwiches. It's
right.
That's my mindset. But
But yeah, when you're like 6 foot, what? 6'2", 6'3",
6'3",
6'3". Yeah. So I'm 5'9" at tops. Like,
yeah,
I'm not 5'8", I'm not 5'9". I'm like 5'8" and change,
smack
which
dab in the middle.
Smack dab in the middle. And I was like, I'll just say it. I was at 270 pounds. It's fucking enormous. Like, that's huge. Yeah. And I just got more and more used to it. And I'm still over too. I'm trying to get under 200 pounds. That's
that's a big. Well, congratulations on your progress so far. You're doing great, and you look even better.
Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it.
I don't care for your decorations, but other than that,
you mean my background? My
yeah, you've lived here 6 months now. What, you throw some stuff on the wall? The only thing on the wall is a misplaced outlet for some reason. Why is that outlet at 5'4"?
Wait, did you always have a guitar on your wall behind you?
Yeah, I have two.
Oh, I didn't know. I always thought there was like pictures behind you. Oh, you're in a different part of your.
I'm in my bedroom.
You are.
Two guitars, 2 TVs.
What are you? A sports bookie? What do you have 2 TVs in your apartment?
Before?
No, I don't think. What are you fucking De Niro at the end of Casino with those glasses?
OTB going on up here. So the one behind me was my TV in my bedroom forever, and it's just an old Samsung, so the volume just stopped working. So I bought a new one. I had it shipped to my apartment, and I mounted that one, which you can see in between the guitars. And I thought it was a bigger size because that one really looks puny. It doesn't look that great, but I mounted it, and I was very proud of myself. And this is, I just haven't gotten rid of this yet. It's just pure laziness.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought you might have had 2 up so they can keep each other company. Like when people get 2 dogs.
No, because I can't. I only have one cable. Yeah. I buy the old. I got the new one 3 months before I had to throw out the old one just to make it feel.
Just so it could be with it while it died, while the volume went out.
Yeah. But speaking of all these medical professionals, I went and got my teeth cleaned on Wednesday. I had a big day this past week, Wednesday. I went to the dentist, teeth cleaning. I went and got my haircut and my beard trimmed all in one fell swoop. And which one would you think takes longer? Just a haircut and a beard trim?
Teeth cleaning? I would say what would take longer? It should be a teeth cleaning.
It should be the teeth cleaning.
Yeah.
I was out of my dentist's chair in 20 minutes. Now, Dr. Kornblau in the city, I will give her a plug because she's great and she's gentle.
You do half your mouth?
Fat. No, she's just lightning quick.
Yeah.
She knows. She's good. She goes, people don't want to be here. I go, Doc, you're the best.
You're the best.
Because I am that little kid terrified of the dentist. I'm very fidgety in the chair. I get icky feeling, and it's just, little kid. So you're saying you're not Bill Murray in Little Shop of Horrors, who was one of my favorite scenes ever in a movie. So I'm trying, I'm in the city, and normally where I work is at Sirius XM, which is on 49th Street in Midtown. For years, I set it up so I have all my things right around me. I've got my dentist on 49th Street. I got my barber on 49th Street. So I go, well, as long as I'm going to one, let me do the other.
Yeah.
As well as I'm there.
Get the whole package, Andy.
The whole kit and caboodle. So I walk over to the barber, and you never like to see a new guy in the barber shop.
Oh, no. You have to have your guy.
I got to have a guy. But I'm there, and I called ahead, and it sounded like my boy Rigo on the phone. So I go, oh, this is perfect. I made a 5 o'clock appointment. I walk over. I have no idea who this goober is.
Hold on. Did you say Vigo or Rigo?
Rigo.
Is your barber the bad guy from Ghostbusters 2?
No, it's a super sweet guy named Rigo. Very religious dude. Every time he would do that little bless thing before he cut my hair, I go, I didn't know it was that dire.
Yeah.
And so, but
what is he saying?
Great.
What is he saying at the top of your head that makes him get the sign of the cross? He just sees the apocalypse, like
guide these hands straight and true and cut this man's hair.
Yeah. He's like a medieval knight on its way to battle.
Yeah.
He kneels in front of the chair before he cuts your hair.
I'm going, Rigo's just a trim. Relax, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world
if you make a mistake.
He's like, I swear by my sword. You mean your scissors? I swear by my scissors, you will get the best cut of your life.
He's got the scissors and a cross.
That was good.
Thanks. All right, tries to reach. But so I got a new guy. You never like, people. You never like to see a new guy. and very sweet kid. But I'm going, just a quick trim around. I keep it on the longer side, we'll scrub it, and just the beard. I think because this is like an old school man's man barbershop, little Igor and Tony Be Good. It's a classic style barbershop where they do every little thing. They got the straight blade with the razor, and I think because he was new, he's trying to do everything perfect and doing it in the protocol. Sure. And everything the right way, because if the boss is watching or whatever, an hour and a half I'm in this fucking chair.
Oh my God.
Dude, I could have had 9 dentist checkups by now. And it's fine. Like, I'm obviously not, my hair's all unbrushed now. It's a good haircut, but like I daydream a lot in the barber chair, and like after 20 minutes I look up, I go, it's short enough, dude. Because he's just getting everything right. And then he goes, all right, no problem. We'll just relax there. He goes, does the beard next. Every little thing and every little piece of my face, he's got to use the straight blade, and it's got this hot foam. I'm just going, dude, get me. I'm an in and out kind of guy. I don't need the fancy works. That's why I come to a man's barber shop. I don't need to go to a salon and get every single thing done to me. But
yeah, the attractive
like the hot towel. He does the massage thing. And it's go, dude, I don't need that. I don't need any of that shit. Just get me out of here.
Here's the thing. If it's going to be a half hour, yeah, do it. Go ahead.
Sure.
I actually like that stuff. That's kind of an added bonus to those places. But dude, part of the reason everybody loves barbershops is because it's a 1, 2, 3, you're in and out.
It's all about the turnover.
Yeah, and it's not salon style haircuts here. It's you just want a barbershop haircut. But he's learning what it should have been. There should have been warning for you, like when they have like student driver stickers in the back of those. Like you should have walked in his chair, so it said student barber. And then you would have known, like, wait, just like somebody waits.
But that's the only other. That's the COVID thing, Sean. There's only one guy allowed in the shop because it's a small barber.
Oh, yeah.
12 people in there.
Why'd they pick that guy?
He did everything. Yeah, he's a good barber. It's just he was very, very time consuming. So that was my only complaint. But we did get to talking. He's a nice guy, and I thought he was hitting on me at one point, but Then again, I was just like,
okay, now Andy needs to relax. Vigo had to relax, and then now Andy has to relax.
Maybe I was overthinking it, but yeah, we're talking sports, which is nice. That's good barbershop conversation.
Yeah.
But then he asked me if he wanted. Never mind.
He asked you if you want to go behind the dugout. Is that what you mean by sports?
He was like, can I smell your genitals? I was like, hey, what does that have to do with anything?
That's pretty blatant. Yeah.
Come on, Greg. Get out of here.
Yeah, I wonder, like because they do the massager thing, and it's so funny.
It's got, which is great. Feels great, but it is still that little, George Costanza thing where like, I don't want a man touching me.
Wait, you think Andy, you get up out of the chair, you're like, I think it moved.
I think it moved.
Were you maybe while the massage was going on, he's just lightly kissing your neck? That's hitting on you. That's 100%. He's like, I'm just checking the haircut. Like he's just behind you. I'm just making sure. I check it with my lips. Right behind your neck. Because you can feel the fine hairs that I have to cut very finely with my lips behind your neck.
He was doing my ears and my eyebrows. By the way, that's an old man trait that I am getting. My ears and eyebrows. I mean, forget it. It is ungodly looking.
I just broke it, but I have a nose hair trimmer and an ear hair trimmer.
That's the most painful thing in the world. If you just try and rip one out on your own.
No.
I cry.
Yeah, I do. I do the same thing. I rip it out, and there's one lone tear. Right, on one lone tear, like a Native American in a commercial. Commercial about glitter.
It was a good trip to the city. It did feel like a big day. I hadn't been in a while.
You said old guy shit with the ear hair. Talk about sounding old, going, I had a great trip to the city. I got a haircut, my teeth cleaned. We went to a show. It was a matinee.
It was a lovely day.
It was a lovely day. We had early bird dinner, and I was home by 9.
I took my best girl on the town.
I took my best girl on the town. I put my pomade in my hair after the cut.
Oh, dude, he almost put. I don't like a barber who doesn't ask before he's going to put product. I'm not a product guy. And he goes, he went for it. I went, no, I'm good. I don't need any of that shit.
Yeah.
I think he's just the learning curve, and he's a rookie. So
I've been going to a salon near me in Astoria because I'm trying to not have my hair.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
I apologize. No need to be mean. There's no need to be mean.
Yeah. 1 minute he's saying I look great. I lost all the weight. The next minute, you bald fuck.
Bald joke.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Also, this is an audio podcast, so they have to. But most of them probably know what I look like. But yeah, you're right. What for is right. What waste of money would you say? Frivolous spending habits on my behalf.
That's a good point. Salon does seem a little frivolous. No.
Well, here's the thing, Andy. I was going to tell you why.
Okay,
I go to a
sorry for
salon. I go because if you do go to barbers, some especially with the hair that I have, the fledgling amount of hair that I have on top of my head. You come out looking like Seinfeld in the little boy haircut episode. Right. It's awful. They brush it. They make it look like barbers are like, oh, this guy has X amount of hair and he's trying to make it look like he's trying to cover his whole head. Salons will make you look classy while you're bald. Like they'll make it look like you're not trying too hard. That was my goal.
No way my Gino did that. It's an Enzo.
So, what'd you go? So that's why I've been going there. And part of the reason was because I'm dating Megan, the lovely Megan, and at first I thought she said something about I said something about getting shaving my head, and she was like, "Oh, don't do that." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So she's not into that. So I better keep with this haircut while I can, so I'm still somewhat attractive. So, but then recently she was like, "Oh, that looks good with a shade." She saw a picture where she was like, "Oh, that looks good." So
she's all over the map.
She's all over the map. I could go back to shaving my head if I want to, which I probably will because I'm so used to it. And you know me, I'm not, I haven't been a regular haircut guy in a long time, and I'm losing it by the day. I do, from growing it a little bit longer, I realize I do have more. I have more than I realized I had. I thought I was done for. But I do, it's not that bad. It's bad. It's bald. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you're not bad.
There's something there. But if there was nothing,
you wear it well. Like there's some guys, you do a comb over, they try and hold on.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man.
Like you're desperate in any way. Like you wear it well.
That's the whole point. That's the salon. That's the magic of the salon.
All right. No way, my Gino. I love how Kramer Fendi goes. No way, my Gino did that.
It's an Enzo. There's ladies' glasses.
It's Enzo Malinati.
So I know you watched something this week, correct, sir?
I did. A real fun one.
But I have a big thing to talk about. I want to hear what you watched first, but I want to talk about. I actually did something before COVID time normal, which you can imagine for a movie podcast what it is.
Girl.
I went to the movies, and I'd like to tell you about it. But before I do, please tell me what you watched.
I watched the Bob Odenkirk action-packed thriller Nobody.
Oh, that's what I went to go see in the movie theaters.
Oh, no way. I watched it at home like a lazy goon.
They should have just called that Dad Bod John Wick. I guess you could have called that
Very John Wickish.
It was the guys who produced John Wick that produced it. Yeah.
I heard there was going to be some sort of tie-in maybe on the table, but we'll see.
That would make it all the more worth it. That would make it because it would be great. You have a John Wick universe, and it's a showdown, Odenkirk versus John Wick at some point, because he is from the other side of that. He's not the Russian mafia side. He's a law enforcement side. So if you had Odenkirk versus Wick, or a team up, there might be a team up. That would be great. That'd be really great.
But did you love it? I thought it was so much fun, and
it was really fun. It's exactly what you thought it'd be.
Yep.
The big villain battle at the end did not last nearly as long as I thought it would. I thought it'd be like almost like a John Wick one, where John Wick's at the end of his rope and he's almost dead, and then comes back or beats him for some reason, and then he's limping away.
Yeah.
Odenkirk had control from the first battle in this, from the first fight on the bus. Odenkirk. He was rusty for about 10 seconds, and then he was just amazing the rest of the movie. Everything just worked out for this guy.
Well, that was kind of the thing, though. It's this guy I don't want to spoil too much because it is a fun watch, and it's still relatively new.
But check it out, definitely.
Bob Odenkirk has a background in violence, we'll say. So without giving away too much, it's him trying to, I guess, recapture some of that as the plot unfolds. But I would totally recommend it. I loved it. It was a quick moving action movie, hour and a half. You're in and out. It was great. And I thought Bob Odenkirk did fun as like an action movie star.
Yeah.
He's kind of not what you think, but he is such a good actor, man. He's such a talented fucking dude.
One of my favorite parts of the movie, which you don't expect, is Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd and RZA. You're just like, this is great.
It's such a good little like okay, so a couple of times in the podcast, and I maybe you tell me if I'm bullshitting with my theory about when I say this with certain movies. I always talk about intent with the movies, right? We brought it up with Con Air, and that was actually we had a discussion back and forth on like, what was the intent of the movie makers? Were they in on it? Are the Fast and Furious people in on it? We talked about it at length. Nobody is a perfect example of everybody involved knew what it was from beginning to end. There was no derivation of going, no, maybe he is part of the Marvel universe. No, maybe it's more about his relationship with his wife. They were like, nope, we know exactly what a guy, what some 40-year-old chubby fucking bearded guy wants to go see in the movies, and we're going to do it in the best succinct way possible and entertain the shit out of you. And that's what happened. Like, and honestly, man, that's one of the hardest things to do in movies is that, like, when you nail it that hard, because it's a middle bar thing. Like, you're not sitting there going, oh my God, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. But you're also like, it's also not bad. It's not bad at all. But you're also like, I enjoyed it. Like, it was fun. Like, fun, I think, more than anything else. I don't know if you agree. Like, right now, that's what we need. We need fun. Everything is so much serious. Fun. Like, even comedy is serious at this point, where people are getting mad at jokes all the time and this. So whenever you have something like this, where it's just straight up fun, and I think it's really important.
Bloody,
just
great
like
times.
Dude,
so that must have been fun in the theater too. Now let me ask you this: did you get the popcorn? Did you do the whole experience, the snack bar?
Well, no, I would have if I went late. So I would have, but me doing the reason I lost weight is because I've been doing intermittent fasting, so I stuck to it. And I did not. But next time I go, as long as it's before 8 p.m., like I'm a fucking gremlin, I'll be able to.
How did it feel being back in the seats? Good? Was it? It
was fantastic.
They tie off certain.
And one of the great things for me is one of my least favorite things about movies before COVID was I think there was the number of movie talkers in the theater was growing by the day. I would go and just hear little conversations all over while this movie's going on. And I would concentrate on like the noise more than I would on the movie. And I was trying to relax with that. I went to a 10 p.m. show on Broadway and 19th Street in Manhattan. There was 4 other people in the movie theater, 2 different couples, and me and my buddy Pat. And so you're so far away from each other, it's like you're in the movie by yourself. But interesting part about it is both couples left before the end of the movie. What? I couldn't believe it. We're sitting there going, "This is great." What are they, crazy?
Yeah, seriously.
So one of the couples I think was like
move.
boozing. I think they wanted to smash, as the kids say. Okay. They wanted to smash, Andy.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of the reasons for one of them. But the other one, I just saw them walk out, and I was like, "Why are you walking out for?"
Did you stay through the credits?
No. Is there an added scene?
There's a credit scene.
Oh, what? Oh, now I want to find out what it is. I'll probably look it up online.
You can probably find it up online. I don't want to ruin it, but it leaves something open. So,
well, even the ending leaves something open. I guess that's a spoiler, but
it is a very tough. Like, I was watching it at home, and then I usually do my little research after I watch a movie. I go and like read up on it, the production. But so I was doing that. And that's how I knew about the credit scene. So I went back because I was able to, because I rented it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because it's not a movie that would lead you to believe there's a post-credit scene.
No, it wouldn't.
It just like ends, and then you go, okay, that was great. Let's move on. And it's like halfway through the credits, you go, oh. And it's not like you're missing out on much, but just for closure, you should see it.
One thing I love the idea of is that this becomes a universe. That'd be great if even if it's just 2 characters. One of my, I think
it's fun. There'll be more at least.
There'll definitely be more. There'll be another one of these at least.
You know what you make the follow up? It's called Somebody.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm not joking because he was nobody. Now he's somebody again.
Now he's somebody. You got it. But Andy scooped it. Movie news. Andy scooped the new title of Nobody Becomes Somebody. I would not be surprised if they did that, but look what they did with the M. Night Shyamalan movies. And then they just ruined that apparently. Like what a great redeemable thing to happen to M. Night Shyamalan, where he's like, okay, now I create my own real world superhero universe. And then they did that movie that I tried to watch and I turned it off midway through.
Right.
So yeah, things can go wrong, when they get too big for somebody's britches or something. But like,
well, yeah, you always hear people go, the script just got away from us. And you go, well, how does that happen? And then you go, it can happen. These big Hollywood pictures, you got all these other influences. And
that's the thing. I think a lot of times in these movies, I've never made a movie myself, but I've watched enough of them to realize I think it's a too many cooks in the kitchen thing. And I think that if you don't have a director who is like, no, I'm the boss and this is my vision and this is what we're going to do, at least while it's being shot and he's not getting the right stuff, then you're going to have movies just fall apart.
That happens a lot. Especially if you're a young director and you go, well, you got producers in the studio, because it's very easy for somebody to be like, hey, you're nobody and we're putting up all the money. So it's like, well, then you got to kind of take direction from the suits. So, but you got to have a little backbone if you want your vision to make it to the silver screen, Shawnee.
It happens with TV too, because one of the most anticipated things for me was remember when John Mulaney, who no secret, that's my favorite stand-up comic. I think the guy's brilliant. He had a sitcom called Mulaney, and it was way after Seinfeld, obviously, but I think it was done in that same vein as Seinfeld. Like this will be the next Seinfeld. And I think he's even said in an interview, so I'm not speaking out of school here. He said, I wish that I would have been more assertive, basically. I wish I wouldn't have listened to all these people on what to do with the show, because it didn't work out. Like after a few, I think they only aired about 6 or 7 episodes or whatever it was. And this is a guy who, he's fine now, obviously, but I mean, like, he is like, imagine if he would have had complete control, it probably would have been amazing. And then he learned that lesson, and now everything he does, I'm sure he's like, nope, I listen to myself and whoever I trust, that kind of thing. That's the problem with this business,
Absolutely. And speaking of the biz, it is Oscar Sunday coming up. So this is the big Oscars episode. Not a big Oscars episode, but we're going to do our picks. And have you seen any of these films?
No, I don't know. I haven't.
Mikey, can you pull up we'll just do the big dogs. We don't need to go through the whole, best foreign language feature made from an immigrant. And we'll just do the top dogs, the supporting actors and actresses, the best actor, actresses, picture, director, and screenplays. So, all right, let's go through. Is this just 1, 2, 3, 4?
You want to go best? You want to go best picture right away? Let's start from the bottom if we can. You want to start from the bottom?
All right, let's start supporting. You want to do?
Let's do supporting. Yeah, supporting through actor through best picture. That's it. The acting and the directing ones. Yeah.
All right, let's start with actor in a supporting role. So you got Sacha Baron Cohen who I think is having a banner year Oscar-wise. Sacha Baron Cohen in The Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr. in One Night in Miami, Paul Raci in The Sound of Metal, and Lakeith Stanfield in Judas and the Black Messiah. I have only seen one of these movies, and I turned off Trial of Chicago 7.
That's the one you saw.
I saw Sound of Metal, which
I'm going to say, I think just based off because there are buddies, let's say Judas and the Black Messiah, Lakeith Stanfield, because the Lucas brothers wrote Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
That's going to be my pick for every.
Seeing it, I'm going to go actually Daniel Kaluuya. Mikey, can you write these down for us? Or I'll write them down.
No problem.
You got it?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm taking. We're both taking Judas the Black Messiah, but I'm taking Daniel Kaluuya.
I'm taking Lakeith Stanfield.
Okay, great.
And then actress in a leading role. Actress in a supporting role should be what a little bit higher than that, right? Or can you just scroll it?
Give Mush some time. He's got to write down.
Oh, sorry. Really I'm sorry, buddy.
Putting the pegs to him this year. I love how they have to put the whole title of Maria Bakalova in Borat subsequent movie film. Delivery of
she got nominated for an Oscar for that?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a weird year, man. Not that I'm saying that wasn't a fun
Absolutely.
movie, but come on. Why was she nominated for an Oscar for that?
So you also have, you have Maria Bakalova, Glenn Close in Hillbilly Elegy, which I haven't even fucking heard of. Olivia Colman in The Father, which I saw. Amanda Seyfried in Bank, which I saw, and Yoo Jung Hyun in Minari, which I saw. So Glenn Close, I'm gonna write off because I just don't think it's her year without seeing it. I know Maria Bakalova was a very popular pick, but they don't love to award comedies Oscars.
Well, it's also, I don't think it deserved that. Like it's just, I don't understand why it's even a pick. It's like, are we losing our minds here? Like that. It's literally
it's very political because it was the whole Rudy Giuliani thing. I think they like to stick it to those.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna say Yoo Jung Hyun.
Keep some dignity with this stuff. And I'm all for what happened with Giuliani. I think that's funny, but like I think it's funny. I don't think it's sitting there. She's not. You're putting Maria Bakalova next to Glenn Close. Come on, man. Like or any of these. Come on, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. All right. It's I'm going Yoo Jung Hyun Minari. That's my pick.
I'll say I saw Amanda Seyfried in Mank because I saw part of Mank, but I turned Mank off as well and never went back to it.
I didn't think Olivia Colman was that great. This is supporting too, mind you.
Yeah, this is supporting. I'd say Amanda Seyfried in Mank.
Yeah, she was good.
Also because she had to do that. What do they call it? The Mid-Atlantic talk. Like the
yeah.
She had to do so that's hard to do. So that's why I'll give it to her.
All right, sir. Let's go to actor and actress.
Actress in a supporting role, actress in a leading role. Here we go. Let's do Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day, United States of Billie Holiday versus Billie Holiday, which I heard is not a good movie. Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, Nomadland.
I can't look.
Our favorite Oscar speech ever. Carrie Mulligan, who's great in Promising Young Woman. I saw Promising Young Woman, and I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. Yeah,
that was a fun movie.
We didn't talk about that at all. Promising Young Woman. I'll say Carrie Mulligan because she's great in it, and she carries the whole movie. It's. I don't know about these other ones, but which I'm sorry for not being prepared. But Carrie Mulligan is so. There's nothing else. It's obviously centering around her, and it's a really good movie.
So Frances McDormand in Nomadland. When I watch It's Always Sunny episodes on Hulu, every commercial break is the fucking trailer for Nomadland, and I can't fucking look at it anymore, dude. So for that reason alone, I'm not voting for her. And
this is the weirdest Oscar picks ever. We're just picking it for random reasons. Yeah.
If we're just gonna go for competition here, I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick Andra Day because I just think they like to award people who don't necessarily deserve it because of political reasons. You can take that whatever way you want.
Okay, I think we all know what that means, and
I'm just saying I think I would like Carrie Mulligan to win, but I'm gonna pick Andra Day.
I think there was an issue with the movie United States versus Billie Holiday. People were saying that there was problems with it, so it might get blackballed because I think there was some kind of people thought it was a terrible movie. But I don't know if that's something else or I don't know. I have no idea. But I thought I heard something where it was that it wasn't good.
This is one of those years that I haven't really heard. Usually, you're like who the front runner is,
Yeah.
I don't know any of them for this year. I haven't heard any buzz.
You know what? The ones that are usually the most fun, like Promising a Woman, I've heard a couple times talked about as a favorite, but that could be because it's fun and because of the topic. That's why when it comes to movie, I think it's nominated. I'm probably going to go with that one. But let's go to the next. Let's go to actor in a leading role.
All right.
Oh wait. Oh, that's supporting.
It's a tough one because I've seen almost all these, and a lot of good performances here. Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins in The Father, Gary Oldman in Mank, and Stephen Yeun in Minari.
I'm gonna have to. I'll always go for Gary Oldman. The guy's too good. And also I don't think he's ever won an Oscar, has he?
I don't know off the top of my head. That seems criminal that he hasn't.
Right. So I really hope it's Gary Oldman and they give it to him.
I would love it for him to win, but I'm gonna pick Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal. I think he was fantastic.
He's awesome.
He had to play a guy losing his hearing. Anthony Hopkins, it was good in The Father. He was excellent in The Father. I wouldn't be surprised if he won that again. It's a guy playing.
But put up against these other ones. Do you think he holds up?
I haven't seen Chadwick.
Because you said the movie.
Thing. Yeah. Chadwick, they love to give a posthumous.
Oh yeah, so it'll probably be that, right? It's got to be because nobody's going to complain about that shit. Also, he's a great actor. He's an amazing actor. Man, what a sad
great actor! And this is the one I haven't seen on the list. So
isn't that brutal? Isn't that brutal? That guy died. Like, also, what a classy way. What a classy guy that he actually kept something private in this day and age where it's like
very cool.
He kept it private for like a year, whatever it was, a year. And he was sick. It's like because it was his business. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of proves how much
being a victim is the number one thing you could be now, and you get all sorts of sympathy. And he did a very classy thing, and it is very sad because he was a great actor and. Again, nobody's going to complain. Is he the most deserving? I don't know. I haven't seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, so I can't really say.
If Marina Bakova was nominated, then they can give this to Chadwick Boseman because he died. Like it's like I have more respect for than nominating Marina for that fucking comedy film.
Sure.
Come on, man. Like that's batshit crazy. If you're doing that, if it's for political reasons because of the Giuliani thing, then this has lost all credibility to me. It's crazy to me.
No, I don't think she's actually going to win. I think it was just a
but still, it's like how
it got nominated for Best Picture though, dude.
Oh my God, why? It's all because of that scene. You're right. But here's the thing, man. There used to be a lot of respect or a lot of dignity in these nominations. Even it was a big deal to be nominated. So if I was a serious actor and I saw that she was nominated for that thing, I'd be like, what am I doing with my life? Like I'd be like, gee, at least the last bastion of dignity was like Oscar nominations and Oscar wins. Like that was like, hey, that's the award we can kind of be excited about. But like now it's like, they're just doing it because she had Giuliani on button his pen, got him. It's like, so
I was using that as one example. I think
you're right. I think that's the reason why that is because it's not like she did some tremendous acting job. It's actually kind of corny. It was like she was going over the top. Like that was kind of the point of the acting job. Jesus.
Yeah, of course.
Ugh.
All right.
It's like in that case, Andy. Hold on. In that case, can we nominate Eric Andre for his movie? Can he be nominated for an Oscar for Best Actor? My buddy Eric Andre for the movie he made, which is the same thing as the fucking Borat movie, but probably did it better. What's that one called again? What's it called again? Bad Trip. Can we just nominate him and the other guy for fucking that? It's the same shit. It's like, but no, you shouldn't because it's not real fucking acting.
I agree. So what you gonna lock in one here?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in. I want Gary. My pick. My want is Gary Oldman, but my actual pick, I think they're gonna give it to Chadwick Boseman.
I agree, Chadwick Boseman. All right, you know what? Just for the interest of sport, right? Give me Riz Ahmed. Mush.
You might be right though. I think you might be right.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah, it's so. Believe me. It's so
we've got actor. Did we do best supporting actor? Let's do supporting. Or no, we did, right?
We did supporting actor. We did supporting actor. Yeah, now we go to movie.
Ooh,
here we go. There's a bunch of them. We got The Father. We got Judas and the Black Messiah. Mank. We got Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman,
Sound of Metal, and the Trial of the Chicago 7.
Now, my pick, what I want to win is Judas and the Black Messiah because our buddies wrote it. I really want that to happen. No, I want to check it out though.
Well, how are you gonna pick? I mean, yeah,
that's not my pick. That's not my pick. What I think is gonna win is Promising Young Woman, but I think it's based because
I just think it's too. Yeah, what? I know. I just
like think about how many points
people and but they are very left leaning and PC and.
But I mean, like, also because it's like it is a good movie, so yeah, should it
is
win?
A good movie?
Probably not, but like, but I think it will. So my pick is Promising a Woman, but I want Judas and the Black Messiah to win because I don't care how it is. My I like the Lucas brothers. They're my friends, and they're good guys. And I heard it's amazing. On top of it, I don't know why I haven't got around to seeing it. Probably because I'm racist. I'm pretty sure that's probably why I haven't.
Exactly what it is.
Very, 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 very racist.
This is a really tough one. I don't think it's going to be Mank. I'm going to try and
no, I don't think it's going to be Mank
because I think it's going to be The Father. I haven't seen Nomadland, but God, I can't deal with another Francis McDormand speech. I don't think it's going to be Trial of Chicago 7. I think it's between Sound of Metal, Promising Young Woman, Judas and the Black Messiah. As nice as cool as Minari was, I don't think it's got Best Picture kind of written on it. I actually think it might be Judas and the Black Messiah. But I want to pick Promising Young Woman because I liked that one the best. I enjoyed Sound of Metal a lot, but I am also going to pick Promising Young Woman. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was Judas and the Black Messiah. So Promising Young Woman for me. Give me a PYW vote.
PYW.
And I will tell you this much. I do think we're going to go director now. I can't recall. It's I'm not.
Well, director, or you have to team them up.
Not necessarily. There's been plenty of opportunity examples of directors and not necessarily winning.
That's got to be a bummer, right? Your movie wins, but you don't. That's got to be a bummer.
I do think Emerald Fennell is going to win for best director. I think it's going to be a woman. I think it's going to be her.
So that's why I think the movie will win too. I think they'll both win.
Yeah, but I could see another movie winning Best Picture and her winning Best Director. It's happened before.
It's kind of it's a Promising Young Woman. When I saw it, it's way more complicated than I thought it'd be. I thought it was going to kind of be like John Wick for date rapists. That's what I thought it was, and it really wasn't. Nice. The Promising Young Woman she has major faults in the movie. Like she's not infallible at all, which is great, and I did not expect. Well, and it made it really interesting. Also, the plot, what happens overall is you don't really see that coming per se.
It's great. Here's an example. Another round, you got the director nominated, and it's not nominated for Best Picture. I tried to watch that this week, and I couldn't find it. I think they took it off demand because I heard it was great.
I haven't.
So the nominees for Best Director is Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, David Fincher for Mank, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell. That's my pick right there. Give me Emerald.
Same thing, Emerald. We're both in the movie and director. I think it's going to win. And if it doesn't, it's one of those things where how much of these things are being picked for political reasons? You have to maybe it's not over the top, but this is like the Promising a Woman's the perfect thing where they can go, no, it wasn't just for political. It was actually a good movie on top of it.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's do screenplays. Mush. Adapted and original. Boy, there's so many fucking things here.
There's so many topics.
There's a lot of documentaries this year.
Jeez Louise. Sound. Here we go. Adapted screenplay. The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami.
Borat.
The White Tiger.
What is One Night in Miami? I can't even remember it.
It's about it's one night where two prominent black leaders met up. It might be like where it's like Sam Cooke and I don't want to butcher this by saying who it is. Malcolm X were in the same room together, and it was something like that. I don't know if it's fictitious or not. I don't know if it's fictitious. But it's I think it actually happened, and then this is the recounting of the night, or whatever.
I'm actually going to give it to Borat.
To be honest, what?
There's so much love for Borat this year. It got all these nominations. I think they're going to give them something
for screenplay.
Look at how many fucking names are up there.
Also, why is it adapted screenplay? It's like
I have no idea. I know, isn't that the most original thing ever?
Yeah, it's them riffing the whole movie.
I just want to hear them call. And winner, Borat subsequent movie film Delivery of Prodigious Bride to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. Screenplay by Sacha Baron Cohen and Anthony Hines and Dan Swimer and Pete Bader and Erica Regenova and Dan Mazer and Jenna Friedman and Lee Kern. Story by Sacha Baron Cohen, Anthony Hines, Dan Swimer, and Nina Pedrad. I want to hear them say that whole thing.
Wait, is that Jenna Friedman, the comedian?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Isn't she funny?
Yeah, it's really funny. What?
Yeah, man, I don't. Yeah, I hope she wins.
Nina Pedrad she's also a comic, I think, right?
It's Nasim Pedrad's sister.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know.
Well, I've only seen the father out of these and Borat, so.
Yeah, I guess you can assume. I don't know. Maybe the father, because didn't you say it was a play, right?
Yes, it was. It was adapted.
Yeah, so maybe that'll win. You know,
it was good writing.
The big ones, the movie's the big one, the best picture, and I really hope that they stick to the whatever honor that the Oscars have left. I think best picture you can't screw around on.
No,
but
agreed.
if Promising Young Woman won it, nobody would bat an eye, because I think it's what you want in like an Oscar movie. And honestly, I think you're right. I think that it's competition this year because of everything that's going on. Its competition was kind of lacking, you know, because there was no, like, when you get the heat for these movies, they're building up the heat. They're building up the
yeah. But scroll down to original.
That can't happen if nobody's going to see movies, you know?
Yeah. So now you got here's our friends are real nominated for the screenplay.
I would even go with this with Promising Young Woman, I think, or yeah, I would even go with that. I think it's written really well. I think that's one of the strengths of it. I think her character is written really well.
Yeah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and Trajika. I'm going to give this one to Judas the Black Messiah, actually.
Oh yeah, that's the one I should have said, because yeah, Kenny Lucas and Keith Lucas. That's our buddies. I'm so excited. I hope that wins. I hope that that's the one I want them to win. That's the one I think they should win, is this one. But who knows what'll actually win, you know?
Yeah.
So there you have it. The screenplays, you got the films, you got all of it.
Ones.
That's your big boy. We're very uninformed. So
this is not a great year.
This is the most uninformed Oscar picks ever.
I don't think it was a great year for movies, though. Obviously, we had a crazy, wild, wackadoo year, so there's no fault in the movie makers, because movies, just for obvious reasons, couldn't really get made. That being said, the ones that did were okay. I didn't, Promising Young Woman was great. Is it going to be one of my favorite movies of all time? No, but I enjoyed it a lot. But that being said, it's like none of these are ever I'm probably going to really remember for the rest of my life.
Do you see any of these?
It's not a 94. It's not a 75 or a 77. It's like,
yeah.
I don't see any classics out of this.
Do you see any passing the flip test when they make it to television?
With what I've seen, no, not at all.
I don't either. Well, I think we'll see what happens. I think, it's so funny. It's going to be like more people watching the Oscars than realize these movies were out, because nobody was paying attention. Yeah.
Agreed.
So I think a lot of people, the Oscars are going to be the first time a lot of people are like realizing these movies exist.
And what are they doing? Are they doing like Zoom acceptance speeches? They've got to, right?
Probably, or they might have a limited attended event, maybe. Or no, they're having an event. The Lucas brothers told me that it's just on nominees and their guests. That's it.
All right. Isn't that what it always is? All right, no, I guess there's a lot.
No, it's like 10,000. It's like an insane amount of people. Right. It's like they'll invite like Ernest Borgnine's ghost. Like they invite everybody.
Rizzo.
They invite everybody to that freaking thing. So this will be a much smaller event. So it'll be talk about Hollywood exclusive, baby.
Yeah,
talk about VIP list, kid. Woo!
Well, I like to tune in and see the winners, and then I flip right away because I can't take these speeches.
Considering the Lucas brothers, they wrote this movie. Do you think me and you should write our own movie?
Sure.
What do you want to call it? Would it just be called Snacks After Midnight?
Snack bar? That's a good name for a movie.
Snack bar. Home snack bar. Yeah, we could definitely write a movie. We could talk about our struggles as middle-aged and middle-aged white dudes with beards.
It's tough.
It's really tough. It's so hard. Andrew, this has been nothing but a pleasure, my friend.
Always.
Can you please tell the people? Can you tell them where I will be on May 6th to the 10th? Please tell them right now. Thank you.
May 6th to the 10th?
Yes. Where will I be on the road? I'm going to do road gigs, Andy. Can you please give them my plugs? You should have them committed to memory, Andy.
Yeah, I know your dates. I know the dates we're together. I'm going, wow.
I'm just fucking with you.
What do you got, a 4-nighter?
I'm going to be in Arizona, in Phoenix, at the House of Comedy. It's 5 nights. No, I'm going home 6th to the 10th. I mean, I'm going home on the 10th. So the 6th to the 9th. So please come check me out there. Also, me and Andy, we will be, tell them, May 1st, we'll be in
Oxford, Pennsylvania, June 24th. You and I are at Soul Joel's. And
yes.
I've got dates coming. I'm bad with mine off the top of my head. So go to andyfury.com.
Andy's going to Omaha. I know that. I just don't know the dates.
Tomorrow, me and Joe List. Absolutely. It's going to be a fun time. I had to change my date. I'm actually going. I'll be back there headlining later in the year. But Colleen Quinn is one of the great owners. She said, I know I fucked this up. If you want to feature, I don't want to get behind the whole thing. But so I'm going to be there twice this year. So
let's be honest. She saw a video and she's like, I should just have Andy.
He should just feature. And so I am going to be there this weekend if you're in the Omaha area. You can always follow me at Andy Fiore on Instagram and Twitter, and check out my dates at andyfiore.com, and you can see and hear my radio show on SiriusXM Raw Dog 99. It is the Raw Report every Thursday at 4 p.m. And while you're on the channel, might as well log in 24 hours prior to that, because Sean Donnelly has a show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on SiriusXM Raw Dog 99 called Celebrate, every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
That is correct. And also the show has some social media. We have at the DYM podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Please check that out. Also check out at the Laugh Button and all of those things too, because they've been a huge help. And check out Buster Palm, our very own Buster Palm, who everybody BP. Loves. BP, baby. And his social media is...
at Mike V. Suarez.
At Mike V. Suarez. I wasn't sure if it was Michael V. Suarez or it was Mike V. Suarez. At Mike V. Suarez and all your social media needs. And Andy, did you give your socials?
I did. At Andy Fiore. Just type in the name.
And I am at Shawnee Time, SeanyTime, because if you're reading my tweet, it's Shawnee Time. That's why I say that. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you listening, and we will see you next time. Bye. We love you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.